Okay, it is done partially. My glasses are dirty. I just got done with my first follicle scan. It went good. For those of you that don't know, I only have one open fallopian tube. My right tube is completely blocked off shut and my left tube is open. And my dominant follicle is on the left side, you guys. So it's on the correct side to be able to be released and everything. Right now it's only a 14.5 and my specialist wants it to be at least a 20. So right now it's Thursday morning, it's 9:40 a.m. I have an appointment for another ultrasound, another follicle scan tomorrow at 2 p.m., which is Friday. So ideally, she would have had me come back day after tomorrow, but since it's going to be Saturday on that date, she just gave me the latest appointment possible for Friday, which 2 p.m. was the latest that she had. And I will come back then, and if the follicle is bigger tomorrow, that means obviously it's still growing. So she'll go ahead and call into the pharmacy my trigger shot prescription, and we will proceed. So right now, I am so relieved, you guys, that it's on the left side. It's on the correct side. I was kind of scared that my dominant follicle would be on the right side and we would have to cancel treatment, which will happen at some point throughout all of this. It's unavoidable, it will happen. But this time for our first treatment cycle, it was on the correct side. So I'm super excited. I'm so relieved. I'm still nervous because we still have to come back tomorrow, but right now we're on the right track. We're doing good. I'm feeling good. And I am just gonna keep praying like crazy all the way up until my appointment tomorrow that the follicle is growing and maturing and is doing good. So any good thoughts, prayers, wishes that you guys can send our way, we will gladly accept them. We appreciate it so much, and I will keep you guys updated. Oh, I almost forgot to say, she also sent me down for blood work to check my estrogen and my progesterone, just to kind of see where I'm at with all of those. So I always have them draw from my hand. My veins in my arms are really deep and they move around a lot, and I'm not a fan of having a needle in my arm for 20 minutes looking for a vein. So I just always have them draw from my hand, and it's fine, honestly. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be update number 2 for Ryan and I's trying to conceive journey. I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and pick up where we left off on the last video. If you haven't watched update number 1, please go ahead and go back and watch that now so that everything that I'm about to talk about will make sense to you. Right after I finished filming our first update, probably no less than 15 minutes afterwards, I received the phone call that I had been waiting for from my specialist's office. And she gave me the news that my lab work was good, everything looked great, and she had gone ahead and called in the prescription for letrozole. She changed the start of my cycle. She moved it up one day. So I had thought that I started my cycle on a Sunday, and she decided that I had started it on a Monday, which was the day that I went in to get my cycle day 1 lab work done on Labor Day, due to the time of day that I had started bleeding on Sunday. So with that being said, right now I am on cycle day 11. I just got home from my first follicle scan, which I will go into in detail in a moment. But once I picked up the letrozole, I started taking it on cycle day 3 and I ended on cycle day 7. So I took a 5-day course at 5 milligrams a day. I took 2.5 milligrams in the morning and 2.5 milligrams at night. I am aware that some doctors or specialists prescribe like a 1 time a day dose, and some break it up into 2 doses like mine did. I went ahead and followed the instructions on how to take it based off of what my provider had told me, and so I took one twice a day. As far as the letrozole goes, you guys, the only side effects that I really had were the 3 that I'm about to mention, which is bloating to no end, headaches pretty much constantly, didn't really ever have a time that I didn't have a headache, and nausea. The nausea was not super bad. It mostly just kind of affected my appetite and diminished it. But I did have some nausea. The headaches only got severe, I think, one time, and I think it was the 3rd day out of the 5 days that I was taking it, and I got pretty close to having an actual migraine, which I do have a history of, but I don't get them often. Other than that, like I said, it was just kind of a constant headache. The bloating was a lot. I had already been bloated from taking the Provera and then from being on my period, and then the letrozole just added to that. And when I say that I was bloated, you guys, I had a beautiful dress. My brother just got married on Saturday. I had a gorgeous dress picked out. I got it about a month ago. It fit like a glove, and I had a little bit of wiggle room in case I gained a few pounds before the wedding. And this last Friday, I was just so bloated, you guys, that even like my leggings were uncomfortable. And I realized that I should probably go ahead and try that dress on, and thankfully I did, because it did not fit. Like, it was so tight that I could barely breathe, and I wasn't able to exhale all the way, so my body was air trapping, and then I started panicking because I felt like I couldn't breathe, and it wasn't good. So we ended up going out the night before my brother's wedding, and I got a new dress. It was beautiful. I felt great in it, so it wasn't a nightmare or anything, but I am telling you that story just because I know that it's easy sometimes to hear a woman say she's bloated and be like, yeah, you're bloated, whatever. I was bloated. Like, I was double the size that I normally am, and it's going away. It's almost completely gone now, but I ballooned up, you guys. I ballooned up. Once the letrozole was done, right now my body, as far as like the medication aspect of treatment goes, is getting a break. I had my last dose of letrozole on Sunday, and it's Thursday now, so I haven't been on any medication since then, aside from my everyday supplements and like my antidepressant. And I can definitely tell that my mood is leveling back out. I mentioned in my last update that the mood swings and the irritability that I got with the Provera was more intense this time than the 2 times I had taken it previously. And I attribute that to my change in medication. Yeah, just constant irritability. So I've had some nerves and some anxiety and a lot of excitement leading up to my follicle scan that was this morning. And kind of touching back on update number 1, when I explained that I only had 1 fallopian tube that was open and usable, basically. I did get some good news today. So I had been hoping leading up to my scan that my dominant follicle would not be in my right ovary, because that is the side that leads nowhere because the tube is blocked. So my dominant egg, my dominant follicle, is on the left side. So that's phenomenal news. Phenomenal news, because if it had been on the right side, we would have had to completely cancel the whole rest of this cycle. So the follicle is on the left side, and it's about a 14.5, she said, and she would like it to be at least a 20, I apologize because I got a lot of information today, you guys, so I might not be relaying it all perfectly. But she said she wanted it to be about a 20, so she scheduled another ultrasound for me tomorrow, which is Friday at 2 p.m. She said she would have preferred to do it 2 days, so what would be Saturday, but she can't obviously because it's a weekend. I'm going back in tomorrow at 2 p.m. to ensure that the follicle is growing, that it's not just at the size that it'll get to, that it is still growing and will continue to get bigger. And if that is the case, then she will go ahead and call into the pharmacy the prescription for my trigger shots. I will go pick those up and it'll basically be time to try. With that being said, I have been taking ovulation tests daily, obviously, and I have not gotten a positive yet. I haven't taken one yet today, but I don't think that I'll be getting a positive. If I do, then I'll call my specialist and let her know. But the scan went really good. I was so relieved, you guys. I can't even express to you how relieved I was when she said that the dominant follicle was on the left side. That was a huge weight taken off my shoulders. So, like I said, we scheduled the appointment for tomorrow for the second follicle scan. And she ordered some lab work to have my estrogen and my progesterone rechecked again, just to kind of make sure that those two things are in line with this follicle growing. So right now, I'm just going to kind of keep busy, you guys. I am super emotional because I was really nervous leading up to that scan, and getting the good news that I was hoping to get really felt like it took the weight of the world off of my shoulders. And I've touched on this before. If it had been on the right side, if my dominant follicle was in the right ovary, it obviously would just be what it would be. And that will happen at some point during my treatment. So I will do my best to take it with grace and, just move through it, because, in my situation, it's unavoidable that at least one cycle will have to be canceled. So with that being said, pretty much, you guys, I need to back up. COVID tests. I almost forgot about that. And for me, I think that's what I would be one of the things I was most excited to share with you guys. So Ryan and I both had to get tested for COVID-19 on cycle day 5, which was last Friday. It'll be a week ago tomorrow. We went through a drive-through location by appointment only. So we both had an appointment. It was drive-through. So we stayed in the car and they swabbed our throat and our nose. I actually had my tonsils and my adenoids removed as an adult. So both of those are gone. And I was pretty nervous about getting the swab because I haven't been swabbed that deep up into my sinuses since having my adenoids removed. And honestly, you guys, it was barely uncomfortable. Like, it literally was barely uncomfortable at all. I don't know if maybe this gal is just amazing and gentle. I don't know. Ryan had some discomfort, but it didn't hurt him or anything like that. And it wasn't anything bad. Like mine, I was like, are you going to actually, I was thinking to myself, is she going to even get in there? It did not hurt. It was not very uncomfortable. It was over in the blink of an eye, and I had no discomfort following the test. Obviously, everybody's going to have a different experience. Everybody has a different pain tolerance and a different pain threshold. In my opinion, my pain tolerance is microscopic, so I feel like if it wasn't that bad for me, it definitely shouldn't be that bad for you. But it could be. Maybe the reason it wasn't so bad for me is because I don't have adenoids. I don't know. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because Ryan and I both had quite a bit of nerves leading up to that COVID test, and they were unfounded. It was totally fine. Easy breezy. 10 out of 10. We'll have to do it again, and I'm not going to dread it next time. So that's good. But anyways, you guys, right now, until I have my follicle scan tomorrow, I won't know if we're going to be able to continue on with this cycle. I am very hopeful that we will be able to. I am praying like crazy that the follicle will have grown and still be favorable. And until my appointment tomorrow, I'm just going to try to soak up the feeling of having gotten good news today. I'm going to keep praying for more good news tomorrow, and I'm just going to kind of keep myself busy. I'm getting to the point now in treatment where, since everything is happening and everything has started, I've been waiting a very long time for this, and it is extremely surreal to kind of take a step back and realize that it's finally happening. Like, it's insane to me. You wait, I don't know about everybody, but I've waited so long, and I thought that I made it to the finish line to get to start treatment multiple times. I've thought that I was there at least twice. So actually going in for the scan, picking up the medication, all of this has been absolutely incredible. I never in a million years would have imagined that all of this would be a part of me becoming a mother, or a part of me getting pregnant. I can definitely say with confidence that I feel like I was dealt this hand for a reason. Whether it be to just support other women going through this, or I don't know. I don't know what the reason is yet, you guys, but I feel very at peace knowing that we're here, that it's happening, that I'm not just, dredging through the trenches anymore. I'm in it. It's just so crazy to me. And it's so crazy to me, like, every time I take an ovulation test now, I feel all of these emotions that I've never felt before when I took them, because I feel like now I actually have a chance of it being positive. So, I'm just kind of sharing these emotions with you guys a little bit, because leading up to treatment, and if you're in a holding pattern, and if you've been waiting for a long time like I was, it was very hard for me leading up to this to accept or even think about this experience being kind of positive in a way. And I feel like I've kind of reached a level of acceptance where I'm almost able to feel some gratitude now. So for me, that's huge. I've tried really hard to maintain a mindset of not being a victim, but of being a fighter. And for the most part, I've been very successful at that. There's days and times that I'm not, that none of us can be. This is hard. This is not something that as a woman we are prepared for, or that we can be prepared for. But I have to be honest with you guys. Damn, do I feel like a woman right now. I have a follicle growing. It can be released. I don't think it ever could have been released before. I'm excited. I'm really excited. With that being said, sorry, I'm just going to get a little more comfortable. With that being said, I've talked to Ryan a little bit, just kind of trying to see where he's at comfort-wise leading up to the injections. I don't want him to feel like I won't feel supported if he doesn't give them to me, and I don't want him to feel pressure to do it if he's not comfortable with it. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to attempt to do the first one by myself unless he asks me to. I'm absolutely fine doing it. So, honey, if you watch this, I'm good. But if he is comfortable with it, then I will absolutely allow him to do it and have control over that part of our treatment. I cannot express enough how blessed I am and how grateful I am to have the husband that I do. He supports me to no end, and he is amazing. And I know him well enough to know that there have been a couple times that he's wished, probably most of the time, I know him well enough to know that he has wished that he could just kind of take this from me and deal with it for me and go through it for me. So, I love that about him, but I would not give this to him in the world. It's a lot of weight to bear. But with that being said, he does not let me bear it on my own. And I'm really, really grateful for that. On Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, I just had a bad day, you guys. I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel good. And I just had nothing left in the tank. And I just felt like I needed some help. So I reached out to him and I asked for it. Even though he was at work, I told him that I needed him and that I felt like I couldn't do it on my own that day. And I'm not saying that I'm going through treatment on my own or that I'm dealing with all of this on my own, but for those of you who don't know, I'm home by myself all day. I have my animals here, but I am home by myself. And I kind of go back and forth between that being the easiest way for me to spend my days while I'm going through treatment and it being very lonely and isolating. So on that particular day, I was feeling it, and I was conscious enough of where I could be at mentally to know that I needed to pull myself out of it then, and to not sit in it throughout the day, not try to get through it on my own. I needed to reach out and ask for the help. So I did. He came home from work at 10:30 in the morning and took care of me. He gave me extra support, extra attention, extra encouragement, extra love. He just gave me extra. And I woke up the next day feeling like myself again. So if anybody is watching this and you are having a hard time trying to figure out if and how to communicate with your partner how you're feeling, just do it. Just tell them, let them in, because if you don't tell them that you're struggling, they're just going to come home at the end of the day to a train wreck of a wife, in all honesty. They're not mind readers. If they don't know that we're struggling, then they're just going to think to themselves, why is she insane right now? Why is she snapping at me? And that's honestly not fair. So I did what I did not want to do, and I bothered him at work, and I communicated. And I think that there's a stigma for a lot of us that the best way for us to support our husbands and get them through this journey is for us to just kind of maybe not express the hard parts of it. Don't just try to deal with it on your own. Don't think that being silent is being strong, because sometimes those are opposites. So if you need the help, ask for it from your partner, your mom, your dad, your best friend, a doctor. Just ask for it from anybody that you can. Say, I'm going through a lot and I could use some extra help. Anybody who's actually there for you will be so relieved that you have finally asked for it. Let them in. Let them in and let them help you, because there's not a lot of ways for people to kind of step in and just take care of a woman going through infertility treatment. So if there's something that you can think of that would be helpful to you, tell them. I'm sure that they will be more than happy to be there for you, whatever it is that you need. You just have to communicate. With that being said, you guys, I do want to touch base a little bit on my mental health medication. Everything is still going good. I still feel great. I still feel very stable. I've had some nervousness and just some minor anxiety leading up to the different phases of treatment. But I feel like that's completely normal. I don't think that that's like my underlying anxiety disorder. I think that that's just general nerves that accompany everything that my life looks like right now. So with that being said, sleep is still going good. My anxiety has been at bay. My depression has been at bay. I have ups and downs throughout the day like everybody does. And being off of hormone therapy right now, I can definitely tell that I am just on some solid ground. With that being said, I am anticipating, you know, the next round of hormones coming soon, because they will be. And having done this once already, I kind of have a little bit of a foothold on what to do to help myself and to help Ryan and my mom, and just how I can, you know, make it a little bit softer on us all next time. My buddy. He has a pineapple bandana. He has a pineapple bandana. But yeah, you guys, I know more now what I will need to be mindful of the next time. With that being said, I'm gonna go grab something that I just got in the mail today that I am so excited for, and I'll be right back. How cute. One side's pink and one side's blue. I got these from an Etsy shop, and I will leave the link to that shop in the description. I could not be more thrilled with these, you guys. They are so soft. They're great quality socks. And this is just so cute. I had ordered these intentionally like 2 weeks ago to wear to my first scan today. They were delivered while I was at my scan though. And I actually have a t-shirt coming as well from a different shop that hasn't arrived yet either. With that being said though, I can wear them tomorrow and I die, you guys. These are so cute. So cute. And I'm super into like good mojo, juju, all of that. So I'm really excited for these. With that being said, you guys, I don't think I have too awful much else to update you guys on. I do want to share with you that Ryan has ordered me an actual vlogging camera, and I am so excited. We're going to get much better quality audio, video, pictures, all of it for you guys. So I'm so excited. If nothing else, to be able to use my phone when I'm filming now. So that's something really exciting that is going to be coming up in the next few weeks. It should be arriving anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks from now. But that's it, you guys. My first follicle scan went great. I will absolutely be sure to update you guys tomorrow when I get back from my second one to let you know where we're at and what is happening next. Until then, I just really want to thank you all so much for all of your support. It means more to me than I can even put into words. To Ryan and I, it means so much to us. Your prayers, your words of encouragement and kindness, all of it. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot believe that there are over 1,500 of you amazing people following my journey on Instagram. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a giveaway on my Instagram that incorporates my YouTube channel and my Instagram together. So if you're not already following me, be sure you head over to my Instagram page and follow me there as well, and comment on the giveaway post so that you can be entered to win. I am so excited. Ryan and I have had the best time figuring out what we're going to give away in this contest, and I'm thrilled. It's all stuff that I would love to use and that I do love to use, and so I know that you'll love them as well. And just some nice pick-me-up stuff to help yourself feel better, make you feel a little more beautiful, and remind you what a fierce, strong mother in the making that you really are. For now, you guys, that's it. That is the update that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.